Alright guys, welcome back. So we are still at SBP paper 2 2022. Previously we left off at question 5, so let us continue at question 6. So this question, it is given that x, y, z are three consecutive terms of geometric progression. So you got x, y, z. Okay, so this one is geometric progression, and show that log x, log y, log z are three consecutive terms of arithmetic. So log x, log y, and log z is arithmetic. Okay, so we all know the properties of geometric and arithmetic, right? So if it is let's look at the first one, x, y, z. Now if it is geometric, what can we form? What equation can we form? We know that the common ratio will be the same, right? Common ratio should be the same. So y over x should be equals to z over y. This is the common ratio, right? So okay, so then we can form an equation. So we make it in terms of we make z as a subject. Okay, so you shift the y over, so you get y square. So z equals to y square over x. Okay, so you got your first equation. Now we see what we can do with the second equation here, the log what equation can we form? So because it is arithmetic, you know that log y minus log x should be equal to what? Log z minus log y. Okay, so this is common difference. So geometric is common ratio, arithmetic is common difference. So now, because log y minus log x, right, we know what's the property of log when there is minus. When there's minus, it becomes divide. So you have log y over x equals to log z over y. Okay, so now what you notice is that this guy here has z, correct? So what we're going to do with the z, we are going to substitute with the first equation here. Okay, so when you substitute, the left hand side is still going to be log y over x. Okay, this one doesn't change. So the right hand side, the z now becomes y square over x. Okay, so this is z divided by y, right? So I'm going to write here divide by y. Okay, but you cannot divide, correct? Since you cannot divide, you change it to times. So you change it to times, it becomes 1 over y. Okay, so here you can cut, y square becomes y. So your new value is what? So on now this is the left hand side, right? Log y over y. So the right hand side here becomes, let me write here, log y over x. So what do you notice? They are the same, right? Maybe I shouldn't write here lah. I write this side lah. I got no space, sorry. So left hand side becomes log y over x. Right hand side also becomes log y over x. So proven lah. They are the same, right? The left hand side becomes the same as the right hand side. So that's by using the first equation that we got, right? The geometric equation, substitute in the arithmetic, and you can prove that left and right are the same. So that means they are the same lah. Okay, so that's the first question, question A. Alright, let's see question B. In a math quiz, participants are allowed to answer questions consecutively. Each consecutive question answered correctly is worth 1 ringgit, 4 ringgit, 8 ringgit, 1, 2, 4, and so on. So from here, you should already know what progression is this, right? This is a geometric progression because 1, 2, 4, so you are multiplying by 2. Okay, the common ratio is times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so this is a geometric progression. The game will be stopped if the participants give the wrong answer. So it's going to be multiplying by 2 continuously until the person gets the wrong answer. and participants only receive 1/10 from the total amount of winning earned. Also, they don't receive everything. They only receive 1/10. So calculate the money won by Ryan for the 10th question that he answers correctly. So this one, they are looking for sum or the term value, because they only say what? They want to know how much money he won for the 10th question. That means if he answers the 10th question correctly, how much money he won lah. Okay, so we just want to find the 10th value, like in other words. So question B, first one I, so they want to find T10 because they want to find the 10th value, so it's the term number 10 lah. So what is from here, the sequence here, A is what? A is 1, okay, that's the first, and then the common ratio R is 2 divided by 1, so it's 2. Okay, so you just use your formula. Okay, ARN minus 1, A is 1, R is 2, N is 10 minus 1, so 2 power 9, so your answer should be 512. Okay, so on the 10th term, he would have gotten 512. Wait, let me write RM there. RM 512. Okay, next, question B. Question 2. Ben has won the highest prize. Okay, so he won the highest in the game, which is this much. Calculate the number of questions he answered correctly. So he won this amount, correct? But the question is this the actual amount that he won? No, right? Because they said that you only receive 1/10. So this is the 1/10 amount. So if this is 1/10, what is the actual total amount that he won? What's the actual amount? So you need to times 10 lah, correct? Because this is only 1/10 of the amount. So to find the total amount, you have to times 10. So this 1638.3, yeah, correct, 1638.3 times 10. So when you times 10, what this value represents? What this value represents the sum of the whole sequence, correct? Because the participants will keep answering until they get it wrong. So if he stops at a certain question, the total amount that he got, right, you add everything together, then you times 1/10, that's when you get the 1638.3, correct? So now that you already multiply by 10, that means you have the total amount. So that means this value represents your SN value, the sum of the entire sequence. Okay, I mean not the entire sequence, the sequence that he stopped lah. Okay, so SN formula lah. So in this case, A bracket Rn minus 1 over R minus 1 equals to 16383. Yeah, that's it. So now we just substitute the value. A value is 1, so I won't write there. So 2 power n minus 1 over 2 minus 1 equals 16383. So bottom here becomes 1, so you can ignore, and 2n equals to 16384. Okay, so you can make them become the same base, or you can do the log method. Okay, but this case I'm not going to do log method lah, because why? You can straight away use your calculator to make it become the same base. So 16384 is actually 2 power 14. So from here you know that n is equals to 14. Okay, so that means he stopped at the 14th question. Clear? Alright, question 7. In a trial exam taken by 190 students in a school, the marks for additional math subject were normally distributed. So they give you the hint lah. So it is normal distribution with a mean of 45 and standard deviation of 10. So the mean is 45 and standard deviation is 10. Okay, find the the school principal plans to give token of appreciation to students who get 70 marks and above. So let's assume your x value is the marks. Okay, this is the marks. So you know that when x is more than get 70 and above, right? So more than or equal to 70, they get the appreciation. And if students get 39 marks and below, so if x is less than or equal to 39, they will have to resit for the exam. Okay, so these are the two range that they give. Question A, find the probability that a student selected at random will be given a token of appreciation. So if you are given appreciation, that means you are looking for probability of x more than equal to 70. Okay, so you can just use your the normal distribution method. So you change it to z first, so it becomes z 70 minus the mean is 45 divided by 10. Okay, so you're looking for pz more than equal to 2.5. okay, so you can either use your normal distribution table to solve, or you can use your calculator. For those who are using, who don't have your who are using table, right, I highly recommend you guys use your calculator lah. The calculator you can get is the ClassWiz calculator FX570EX, because I feel it's very useful, and most of the time I'm using calculator to solve. So in this question I won't be using the table lah. So if you want to use the table, I'll just show you guys how lah. So how to use the table, if now you are looking for 2.5, right? So your table should look something like this. Wait, give me a minute. You have your z value, and then you got three main columns like here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 9. Okay, and then here is where you subtract. So here is also 0, 1, 2, 3 until 9. Okay, so you are looking for 0.5, 2.5. So 2.5 should you look at your z column, because this is the forward method, right? You want to look for the probability, so you should look for 2.5 here. Okay, immediately you'll get your value. Okay, you'll get your value, should be here lah, the 0 part. Okay, so I don't know if you guys understand it from here, because I use the calculator to solve and I don't have enough space to show the table here. So you let me know in the comment like if you all want me to do another video, like a simpler video to learn how to using calculator and also using the table. Okay, just let me know in the comment, then I will do in the future. Okay, so in this case, if you're using calculator, it's very straightforward. Just type in 2.5, your answer you should get 0.00621. okay, so that's your answer. Alright, next, calculate the number of students who have to resit. So if you have to resit, that means you're looking for probability less than equal to 39. Okay, so change it to z value first. 39 minus 45 divided by 10. So this is p z less than equal to negative 0.6. okay, so same thing, in this case you are looking for 0.6. so it's no longer, the previous question is 2.5, right? So you're no longer looking for 2.5, you're using 0.6. so let me show you how to find. So you look for 0.6, and then you, because this is just 0.6, right? So you're looking for 0.6, and then at the 0 point here, what value you get here? The value you get is 0.2743. 0.2743. okay, so this is your of course this is not your answer lah, because they ask for number of students. Okay, they're not asking for the probability, they're asking for number of students. So the probability of the students who have to resit is 0.2743. so if you want to find the number of students, you must multiply by the total number of students. So in this case, what's the total number? Total number is 190 students, right? So times 190. So your answer is 52.1 117, but 52.117 means what? 52 students lah, correct? Where got 52.117 students one? So it's 52 students. Sorry, a bit cram here. Alright, question C. It is found that 35% of students get marks between M and 45. So 35%, right? So that means in this case, P, when the marks is between M and 45, so M and 45, the probability is 35%. 35% means 35 over 100, so it's 0.35. So this is a reverse method, correct? Because all this while you are given the marks, you convert to Z value, and then you find the probability, correct? But now they gave you the probability, and you have to find the reverse process. Okay, so if you are using the table, please take note of this, because you need to reverse your process of finding the Z value. Okay, so first thing, as usual, change it to Z first. So P M minus 45 over divide by 10. So change it to Z value. So you have 45 minus 45 divided by 10 equals to 0.35. So here you should know is M minus 45 over 10 Z 0 equals 0.35. Okay, so let us draw this first. Okay, so from here, if you draw the graph, so this one is M. Okay, here's the center, right? Center is always 0. Okay, and then this is M minus 45 over 10. So that means you know that 0.35 is going to be this side. Correct? It's supposed to be in between, because this is what, 0, right? So it's at the middle part. Okay, so here is going to be M minus 45 over 10. Okay, and the probability here is 0.35. Okay, so if you're using the calculator, you have to look for this. Okay, if you're using the table also, you have to look for that lah. But the solving method is slightly different. Okay, just slightly only. So in this case, how to find this? You know that half the diagram here is 0.5, correct? So if it's 0.5, you can find the balance here. So the balance, we can say that P, when Z is less than M minus 45 over 10, should give you 0.5 minus 0.35. Okay, so that means when Z is less than this, the value should be 0.15. Okay, so that means this region here is 0.15. Okay, this region here. Okay, so now we are at this part. So if you are using the table, I'm going to show you all how to find this. The table, as usual, you have your Z value here, then here 0, 1, 2 until 9, and then there's a second part here which we have to subtract. Okay, again 0, 1, 2 until 9. So you are looking for 0.15. Please don't find it here. Please don't find 0.15 here. This is the forward method. Since you are looking for 0.15, you have to make sure you are finding it in this area. Okay, because now you have to reverse the method. Okay, you're not doing the forward method. So you have to look for 0.15 in this region. So you can only find the closest value you can find is 0.1515. Okay, when you look into this table here, the closest you can find is 0.1515. So 0.1515, when you stretch ahead here, it is 1.0, and then when you stretch to the top, you get 3 here. Okay, 1.03. But you are looking for what? 0.15, right? Not 0.1515. Correct? So you cannot just use that. So you have to subtract 15 lah. So 15 means this 15 lah, 0.0015. So the closest you can get is either 14 or 16. Okay, if you've used the table, you can either find 14 or 16. So that value here should be either 7 or 8. Okay, you can use either one. Okay, so if you use that, you should get 1.037, okay, or 038. Okay, up to you. So that is the answer, the 1.037. But if you're using a table, please take note, you should put a negative here. Why? Because you notice that m minus 45 over 10 is on the negative region, right? The negative side. So you have to make sure you put a negative here. Clear? So this will represent the m minus 45 over 10. Okay, now if you're using calculator, very straightforward. Just key in your 0.15 under the area region, 0.15, and then you just basically key in that. Okay, and then your what's that, mean and standard deviation, make sure you put 10. Okay, then you can solve already. So coming back to this, just rearrange, bring the 10 to the top and then bring this to the other side, becomes positive. So you should get your answer straight away. M equals to negative 1.037 times 10 times 10 plus 45. So your M value, you should get 34.63 marks. Okay, 34.63, that is your answer. Okay, again, I'm sorry if you all don't understand this, because I didn't use the table, right? I just used a calculator. So you let me know, okay, if you all need more help with the calculator and also the table method, just let me know. I'll do a separate video. Okay, alright, let's see next question. Alright, question 8. So now we are at part B. So you have to choose 3 questions out of the 4 questions. So, but we'll go through all of it lah. So in this case, question 8, diagram 2 shows a triangle OAB. Point C and point D are on the straight line OB and AB respectively. Straight line OD and AC intersects at point E. Okay. Alright, so they have given you all the data here. So OA is X. So OA here is X. The vector is X. OB, the whole thing is Y. Then they said 3AD equals to 2AB. So you can rearrange this. Okay, rearrange over equals to 2 over 3. So 2 over 3. So that means you know that this part here is AD is 2. The ratio is 2. And then AB, the entire thing here is 3, right? So here you know is 1. Okay, so you can form your ratio. Next, they gave you this. Okay, so this one also you can form your ratio actually. You can rearrange OC over OB equals to 3 over 5. So that means OC here is 3. And then the whole thing is 5, right? OB is 5. So that means here is 2. Okay, so you can form your ratio. Alright, now I'll erase this. Okay, let's see the first question. They want you to express in terms of X and Y. So they're asking for AC, right? AC. So AC is, your equation should be A to C here. So you can go this way. Correct? You can go these two way. So your equation should be, okay, let me scroll down. AC equals to AO plus OC. Correct? So AO you already know is X, right? So it's negative X because it's opposite direction, plus OC. Wait, I don't know whether you can see it or not. Okay, so it's negative X plus So this is 3, right? 3 out of 5, correct? So, or you can just straight away use here. OC is what? 3 over 5 OB. So that means plus 3 over 5. OB is Y. The vector is Y, right? There. So this is your answer. First part. Second part, they ask for OD. So what's your equation for OD? O to D. So I can either go up this way or you can go this way. Okay, both ways work, but I'm going to use the top value. So I mean the top method. So it's OA plus AD. Okay, so OA, the vector is X plus, so AD is what? AD is 2 out of 3, right? So it's 2 over 3 of AB. Okay, 2 out of 3 of the entire thing. Entire thing is AB, right? So 2 over 3 of AB. So what's the vector of AB? The vector of AB is negative X plus Y. Okay, so it's let me scroll down here. Negative X plus Y. So X plus 2 over 3 negative X plus Y. So you can expand this, you get X minus 2 over 3X plus 2 over 3Y. So you get 1 over 3X plus 2 over 3Y. Okay, so this is your answer. Alright, next. So question B, they want you to find what? Given that OE equals to HOD and AE equals to KAC, where H and K are constant, express OE. Oh, they want OE. Okay. Okay, let me redraw this first lah. Okay, so that you all can. Okay, so this is the redrawn diagram. Okay, so what do you notice from here is that you want to find OE, correct? So OE is where? Here to here. So the only way you can go is either this way, okay, or they give you OD, right? You can just use these two formula basically, but since they say they want in terms of H, X and Y, so you know you have to use the first equation here. Because why? This one you got H, correct? You don't need K. This question didn't ask you to have in terms of K, so you cannot use this. Clear? So you can only use the first equation they gave you. So in this case, let's solve this. OE equals to HOD. Okay, that's what they give. So what is OD? OD is we found OD in the previous question, right? So what is OD in the previous question again? OD is 1 over 3x plus 2 over 3y. So you just substitute lah. So this one is quite straightforward. H 1 over 3x plus 2 over 3y. So you expand this, you get the deal lah. So 1 over 3 hx plus 2 over 3 hy. Done. Okay. Now question, the second one here, they ask for in terms of k, x and y. So here they only want k. So that means you have to use your second equation here. Okay. But this equation is in terms of what? They got AE, right? They never give you OE. You want to find OE, but they only give you AE. So that means you need to form an equation using AE. Okay. So AE is this part. Correct? So if you want to find OE, you need to go this way, then come down. Correct? So that you can find your OE. Correct? So that means your equation for this is OE. Okay, wait, let me change color. OE equals to OA plus AE. Okay, so OA, you know the vector is X, AE is this one lah, so it's KAC. Okay, so KAC. Okay, so X plus K. So what is AC? where is AC? AC again, we found in the previous question, right? So AC there, the first part here, AC. So negative x plus 3 over 5y. So we just copy back into the equation. So you get x plus k, oh sorry, supposed to be here, negative x plus 3 over 5y. Okay, so you just expand, you will get negative kx plus 3 over 5 y. Okay, so this one here, x here, so x, right? So you can put them together, so you get 1 minus k plus 3 over 5 y. Yeah, that's it. Okay, oh sorry, where's my k? K is missing, sorry, yeah, my bad. Here got k, 3 over 5 ky. Okay, so these two lah, solved. So now last question here, question C, find the value of h and k. So since these two equations are OE, right, these two equations are basically asking you to solve OE, so you can actually say that these two should be equal, correct? So okay, let me just rewrite lah to make it easier. So the first equation OE is 1 over 3hx plus 2 over 3hy. The second OE equation is 1 minus k x and 3 over 5 ky. Okay, so one is in terms of k, one in terms of h. Okay, so because they are equal, so you can say that these two are also equal, and also this one should be equal. Okay, so in other words, if you want to find h and k, is basically simultaneous. Okay, so let me write here. So 1 over 3 h should be equals to 1 minus k. So if I rearrange this, I can get okay, this is the first equation. The second equation is 2 over 3h equals to 3 over 5k, right? So I'll find h. H is 3 over 5k times 3 over 2. So I get 9 over 10k. So this is your first equation. Substitute back into the second equation here. So you get 1 over 3 times 9 over 10k, 1 minus k. So here you can simplify. So 3 over 10k plus k equals to 1. So this one will give you 13 over 10. So k equals to 10 over 13. Okay, you all can rearrange yourself lah. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to substitute here. So 9 over 10 times k is 10 over 13. So your answer for h value, okay, I write here, no space, will give you 9 over 13. So this is your answer for h and k. Alright, next. Alright, question 9. So this question is a graph question, but I don't have a graph paper with me here, so I'm just going to sketch, okay, but I'll guide you guys along the way. Okay, so question 9, table 1 shows the values of two variables h and k obtained from an experiment. The variable h and k are related by equation, so they give you the equation here where p and q are constant. Okay, so question A, plot log k base 10 against log h base 10. So what does this mean? This one will be your y-axis and this will be your x-axis. Okay, make sure you take note of that. Then they said using a scale of 2 cm 0.1 unit for log h-axis and 2 cm to 0.2 unit for log k. Alright, so make sure you all use the scale, otherwise you will lose marks. So hence draw the line of best fit. So the first step you have to do before you even start drawing is you have to make sure you have the points prepared, because you see this table here is h and k. right? They gave you h and k, but you're not plotting h and k. You are plotting what? Log 10, log k and log h. So you have to draw your table using that. So h here becomes log h, and k becomes log k. Okay, so you're going to draw your calculate the value again. So you have to type in log 0.6, log 0.85, log 1.1, log all of this. That will be your new value of log h. Clear? That will be a new value. So I've already calculated. So you have negative 0.22, negative 0.07, and 0.04. Okay, got no space here. 0.15, 0.26, and 0.39. Okay, that's the first part. Then you have to do the same thing for log k. Take all the values of log of k here and you log. Okay, use your calculator. You get 0.44, 0.70, 0.92, 1.12, 1.34, and 1.56. Okay, once you have this table, only then you can plot your graph. Okay, only then you can plot your graph. So let's do that together. So again, like I said, I'm only going to sketch. You guys plot it yourself. Okay, but I'm just going to sketch. Okay, so I've already have the graph here, but of course you use your own graph paper. So the main thing here to take note is make sure your axes are correct. Okay, one is log k base 10, log h base 10. So I'm using base on here because they ask you to plot log k against log h. So make sure you follow that. Second thing is your scale, 2 cm to 0.1 unit for log h. So here is every 2 cm represents 0.1, and then the second one here is 2 cm represents 0.2. So that is for log k axis. So that means this part. Okay, 0.2 for every 2 cm. Once you have done the scale, your graph, then you can plot. So let's plot together. So 0.22 and 0.44. So 0.22, 0.2, wait, 22 is somewhere here, 0.44. So let's say it's here, 44 is somewhere here. Okay, I'm just doing roughly lah, but you all follow your own. Okay, next 0.07, 0.07 is here to 0.7, 0.7 is down here. Okay, alright, next 0.04, 0.04 is here and all the way to 0.92, 92 is somewhere here. So this next 0.15, 15 all the way to 1.12, 1.12 somewhere here. Oops, sorry. Somewhere here. Yeah. Okay, 1.1. Somewhere here. Okay. And then 0.26. 0.26 is here. All the way to 1.34. 1.34. And then last one, 0.39, 0.39 close to 0.4 here. All the way to 1.56. Okay, so it's it's almost a straight line lah, right? So let us draw this. So your line should look something like this lah. Okay, your line of best fit. When you draw, it's actually quite an easy one lah. It's not like a difficult graph to draw, okay, because the points are all very close. Just make sure you fulfill two conditions. Whenever you draw your line of best fit, there are two conditions you need to have. The first is, wait, let me erase this. Okay, the first condition you need to follow is it has to connect as many points as possible. Okay, that's the first condition. Second condition is it has to be balanced. Balance. What does it mean by balance? Balance means if, let's say, you don't connect many points. Let's say you only connected, let's say it's like this. Okay, let's say you want to draw a line. You must connect as many as possible, and it has to be balanced. So that means when I draw, you see, let's say I only connect 2 points here. Okay, even though I only connect 2 points, you notice that on the left, that means on the top of the line, I got 2 points not connected, and at the bottom there's another 2 points. Alright, so it's balanced. Okay, please don't draw the line like this. Okay, it may not be balanced. Okay, 1 and 2 still okay, but if you have, like here you got so many points not connected, and then here only got 1 point, that means this is not balanced. Okay, so please take note, make sure you fulfill these two conditions. Connect as many points as possible, and make sure it is balanced, okay, even on both sides. So now you have drawn this, we can solve the question B. So question B asking you to use the graph to find the value of P and Q. So what is P and Q? So P and Q actually you can get from the equation here. So you see this equation here, you have to use this. Okay, so let's do this. So K equals to, so I'm going to shift the Q lah. Okay, so KQ equals to square root HP. Okay, H power P. So this graph is in terms of log H and log K. So I'm going to add log both sides. So log KQ equals to log H power P, and then square root means 1 over 2 lah. Okay, so 1 over 2p right there, 1 over 2p. Okay, because square root, right? So 1 over 2p. So this one you can break it apart. So when you break it apart, it becomes log K plus log Q equals to 1 over 2p log H. Okay, so now what you notice is that you have log K here and log H, correct, which is what the y and x axis is. Okay, so what you can do is you can rearrange this to form your y equals to mx plus c. Okay, the y should be log K, the x should be log H. Okay, because I'm using based on this graph lah. Okay, because they asked to plot log K to log against log H, correct? So make sure your axes are correct. So that means, okay, let me erase this. So this will be your y, this will be your x, right? So this one I have to bring over there to get your mx plus c. So you should get log K equals to 1 over 2p log H minus log Q. So this is your y equals to mx plus c. So from here you can see that your gradient is what? Gradient is 1 over 2p, and your intercept is negative log Q. So now they ask you to find the value of P and Q, right? So you have to find the intercept as well as the gradient. Okay, so based on the graph, how can we find the intercept? The intercept should be, the intercept is here, right? So what value is that? Based on my own calculation, right, the intercept that I got is 0.84. Okay, 0.84. So from here, because we know that give me a minute, because we know that intercept is what? The C value is negative log Q, right? So C value equals to negative log Q, and then the other one, the gradient, is equals to 1 over 2p. So gradient is equals to 1 over 2p. Okay, let's solve one by one. So we can already solve the intercept part. Intercept is C value. So I want to find Q, right? So I'm going to bring this the other side. So we get negative C equals to log Q. So when I bring the log the other side, it becomes 10 to the power of negative C. Okay, so the negative C means what? Negative C, which is the intercept lah. So the intercept is 0.84. That's what I got lah. Okay, based on your graph, you will get a different value. Okay, but should be close to 0.84 lah. Okay, so the answer here I got is 0.1445. So that's your Q value. Okay, now you want to find your M value. M is gradient. So you can take 2 points here, find your gradient. So in this case, I took 0.92 minus 0.44, 0.04 plus 0.22. So my two coordinates I'm taking is negative 0.22 and 0.44, as well as 0.04 and 0.92. Okay, these two coordinates are basically in the graph that I found lah. Okay, these two, and also where is the other one? This one. Okay, so I use these two because when I draw the line, I connected the 2 points. Okay, so I'm going to use that. So it's up to you lah which 2 points you want to use, but you will get quite similar lah. So equals to 1 over 2p. So the gradient you will get, the p, to find p, right, you are going to bring this the other side. So you're going to multiply the gradient. So 2 times m lah. So the answer is 3.692. Okay, so this is my value of p. Now I hope you all understand this because I'm only sketching, but you all can do it on your graph. You should get a more accurate answer than me. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Alright, next.